Welcome back, guys. Jebel Ali, here we go. Now we are going to look now at adding some power-ups to our game. So these are kind of power-ups. We're going to put some oil slicks on our racetrack. So oil slicks are oil that's leaked from a car, and when you drive over them, you're going to slip and slide. So you're probably going to make your car go faster when you touch this part of the track. So first thing, we need to add, I'll call them power-ups, but I'm not sure if they really do power you up, but let's do a power-up. So what we need to do is make sure we're going to add these to our stage. So if you remember, our stage is down this section here. So we need to make sure we're editing the stage. So to do that, we need to click on the stage, and you'll notice it's blank at the moment because it's on the code tab. We need to click on the backdrop. So remember, just here on the backdrops, because we're going to edit the backdrop we created earlier. So on we go, and now we leave it as a bitmap because we're going to add some dots of oil to our racetrack, so we don't need to click on the convert to vector. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use the paint brush tool here, and then I'm going to choose a color for my power up. Now it needs to be a color that you will not be using anywhere else. Okay, so it needs to be, can't be the same green or obviously the same color as the racetrack. So I'm going to choose, let's go for a red, so red for danger. So I'm going to choose red, and then I'm going to draw on my track here. So I'm going to draw a power up just there, and maybe one there, and one there. Okay, so they are my power-ups. Maybe it's a bit cruel to put one just there. So I'm going to remove that, and the way I would remove that is use the fill tool, and then use the color picker, choose the grey, and then I can just fill that back in the same color. If I want my red, because you have to use the same color, so I'll go to my pen, again, using my color picker, which is up there, I can make sure I get the same red again. There you go, and then I get my red again. So I'm going to put a power up just there. And there we go, they are my power ups, okay? So we'll stop the editing there, and now importantly, I'm going to go back to my car. So I'm going to click on my car, I'm going to begin coding again. Now, again, I need to go to my coding tab, and I'm going to add another if statement inside my forever loop. It's getting quite long now, this loop, because there's a lot going on. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see that better. So we're going to check if the car is touching the red color now. Okay. So it's like we did in the previous tutorial, if you remember. If you're feeling confident, you can go and have a try before you carry on watching this tutorial. But if you want a little bit of help, I'm going to show you now. So I will need my if statement. So in control again, drag my if then block, and we're checking if the car is touching red. So it's sensing because we're touching something, and we're using the color sensor. So we're using the touching color, drag that on here. Again, we need to find the correct color. So I click on my color here, go to my color dropper tool, and go onto the red of my power up. So there you go. So it turns my touching color into the correct color. I put that inside my touching, the if then part. And now what do we want to do if we touch the red? We want our car to really go fast, just for a short amount of time, just while it's touching the red. So that will be inside the here. So we need to move our car a little bit quickly. So we've got move 1 is normal speed, move 0.5 is slow, move 3 steps is when we accelerate. So I think I'm going to go 1 step faster. So I'm going to go 4 steps. So I go to my motion for movement, drag my move block, and change my 10 to a 4, and I put my move 4 steps inside my mouth of my if, And again, like we did before, I'm going to put my if statement inside my forever loop, but below my other if statements. So again, I'll just show you that so you get it just right. And I'll just highlight that. It must go, can you see, it's below the if statement there. Okay, perfect. So now, let's test that. Always test your code before you carry on doing too much. Let's press that. I've stopped. And I'm going to start my green flag. Wait 2 seconds, 1, 2, and off I go. So I'm going normal speed. When I hit the power up, I go a little bit quicker. Did you see that? Let's try it on the next one. And when I hit the power up, I skidded off the road. So that's a little bit of a tricky corner there. And that is how, using if statement, using the sensing block, checking if I'm touching red. And if I do touch red, my move will go to 4 steps. Only while I'm touching the red. Once I get past the red, I go back to moving at 1 step speed. And that is how you add a power up and improve your game even further. And I will see you in the next tutorial when we will look at pedestrians and avoiding them. Okay, I'll take care and see you in the next tutorial.